Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Manuel, and today we are going to talk about my phase 3 project for the machine learning engineering postgraduate program at FIAP. This project aimed for build a machine learning model, and we also had to make an application that makes use of this model. So we are going to see the front end application working, consuming the predictions of our machine learning model. Then we are going to make a deep dive on the architecture implemented. So let me introduce you to our front end application. We can search assets here from the Brazilian stock market exchange, and given an asset, we can call our trained machine learning model, and then he can suggest an action for us. So this is basically the main idea of the project. And now let's make a deep dive on the architecture implemented. This is our proposed architecture. We have a singleton EC2 instance running our three main applications, our data lake interface, our asset predict model, and our web application. These applications interact with each other and also with our data lake. We are using MotherDuck for this project and also with EC3 bucket, where we store our trained model and also some dashboards for evaluation. Talking a little about our ACID data lake, it's our interface with our data lake. We can call the start of the process to scrap data from B3 API, and then we store this data on a raw format, and also we apply a transformation in this data and persist this on our data lake. Making a deep dive on our ACID predict model, we have our machine learning pipeline composed by data loading, where we fetch feature data from our data lake, our preprocessing phase, where we make feature validation, signal generation, and also a data cleaning. And then we train our model, splitting data for validation and for testing. For this project, we use a random forest classifier. And after model training, we have our evaluation step where we can collect some performance metrics, generate some visualization plots, and store some results on our MotherDuck data lake for follow-up of our model. And after that, we make the persistence of this model. We store our pickle file on our S3 bucket. And finally, we have our ACID Predict web front-end application that consumes our ACID Data Lake API on port 5002 and also consumes our ACID Predict Module API on port 5001. So step on our conclusion. This is our EC2 instance. We have a T3 large instance type on our AWS infrastructure and also our S3 bucket where we store our trained model and our evaluation with some graphics from action samples that our model has made. And to finish, here is our data lake. We are using MotherDuck, as I mentioned, with our table for raw data and featured data, a log table, and also a model evaluation table for follow-up of our machine learning model. And that's all for this one. I hope you all enjoy it. I will leave links of the GitHub repositories and the draw.io shards of the architecture implemented on the description, and see you in the next one.